is the sport of freestyle pre-running. Is it even a sport? Most are unaware. But I'm here to break down and analyze the mindset, vehicle setup, and overall approach required in order to stay grounded in a sport that can be radically unforgiving. In this series, we'll pull back the curtain with a first-person perspective on what it takes to be a freestyle pre-running athlete. I'm All-American Cinder, and this is Flight School.
Warning, the activities you're about to see are performed by a trained athlete. Participation in these activities is not advised by Flight School. Engaging in these activities will be done at your own risk. Flight School commencing in 3, 2, 1.
So here we are at the Cinders in Arizona. It's about a 9-hour drive from San Diego, and came out here to this old volcano mountain field. The soil, if you hadn't noticed, is all volcanic rock. And what happens with it in the truck is the rock is super light. And so you're pushing off of something that has no mass and you get zero traction. It's worse than sand. It's worse than the dunes out in Silver Lake or Glamis, or at least sand has a little bit of weight to it, so the truck can push off and go. Basically, when it grabs a hold of this, the volcanic rock takes off behind the truck and the truck doesn't go anywhere. So we've got a couple different issues with this. We've got the pine trees. Obviously you can see it's beautiful here. It's about 7,000 feet. In order to find lines for jumps, you got to be real creative. Not only the traction issue, but we also have trees. So the run-ups and the run-outs of these jumps are going to be very hectic. We're going to have run-ups where I've got to S-turn the truck through the trees, try to keep my speed up, and hitting some of these jumps. And then on the after you land, then you've got another issue where you pop into the trees again, and you've got to weave your way through the trees to get out without hitting one of those. So we're probably going to go scouting on the pit bikes, and or maybe just take the truck. I don't really know yet, but there is one spot I really need to go to first, and that's the spot that I saw on Google Earth. Right here too. They're just like,
there in between those trees.
There's all kinds of lines right here. So we'll just keep moving to the next one should be the step down. This spot's sick. There's gonna be like, yeah, 3 or 4 jumps. And the lines will be like coming out of the mountains all weird. It'll be sick. On this particular jump, the run up is a little convoluted here. We've got basically an S-turn through these pine trees. We're gonna make a sharp left and a sharp right, and then head towards the lip as fast as we can go. Keep momentum through that chicane, and then head towards the lip. So after that run up, coming around the S-turn there, we're gonna try to keep momentum and then go off of this lip here. It looks like it's, I don't know, 15 feet high. The main thing though is traction. If this was a dirt jump, we could come at it 60 miles an hour and fly off of this thing. But with the lava and the way it is, we're basically gonna get as much speed as we can. Try to click second, but since this is an uphill, I don't even know if we'll probably bog in second. We're gonna try to click second, but might have to just go off of it in first gear rev limiter, see how it goes. So we're on the back side of the jump lip here. We got about a 4-foot fall in the terrain, but then at about, I don't know, 120 feet, we've got a volcanic knob that sticks out of the ground here. And we're gonna try to land just to the left of that and leave a little space, maybe 5-6 feet between my passenger tire and the knob, so that I don't hit that knob and have the truck kick weird on the run out. So that's the plan here anyways. We're gonna go ahead and hit this jump up and see how it goes. All right, so we made it to another jump location. This one is a little bit different than some of the other run-ups. We're not having to weave through trees and stuff like that, but we've got, as you can see behind me, probably a 45-degree hill with, I don't know, 60, 70 feet of vertical elevation. And we're gonna use that as our run-up to get speed off of this jump. This might be one that we're able to get some actual speed off. We don't have to worry about traction too much on this because we're headed downhill, so. But it is a little sketchy because the hill's gonna give you a lot more speed than what you normally used to. So you gotta gauge how fast or how much speed and velocity the hill is giving you as you head into this lip. And we're gonna turn around and take a look at the lip here in a second. So on this jump, you're gonna come down that steep hill and then you come down into this fluff. And this stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, there's no weight to it. It's light. And it's deep. This is probably 3-4 feet deep of this just light stuff that does not compact. So you're going to lose speed as you hit this. So you want to get more speed on the hill than you think you need. And then you're going to come down, you're going to hit this, you're going to lose speed. And then you've got basically this abrupt lower transition here that is, I don't know, a 30-degree abrupt transition. And then you got to fly through these trees right here. And up on the landing, it's a flatlander, so truck might take some abuse on this one, we'll see. But we'll go up on the landing and look at the run out on this one. It's basically a flatlander jump, so you're gonna need some heavy shocks for this, maybe 4.0 and above on this for your bypasses. It's roughly 200 feet of flatland, so I don't think I'm gonna go 200 feet on this. It's just basically you got as much landing as you want, and then you can drop down between those trees over there past the flat area and still get out on a road and do your thing. But by that time you'll have slowed down. One of the things out here that I noticed is braking on the truck is very difficult. So you'll lock up your brakes like you normally would in the desert, and truck kind of skids like it's on ice. Because of the fact that this stuff is so light, it's not going to stop you. So a lot of times it'll pitch the truck to one side or the other. And you have to make sure that you got enough run out to get the truck to a stop out here. I mean, with the trees and everything, if it was all open, it's like whatever, but with the trees and everything, the last thing you want to do is get pitched forward and sideways into a tree or something like that out here. That would destroy the truck. If you do come out here, be aware that the braking takes a lot longer than in the normal desert. We couldn't come all the way out to the Cinders and do an episode of Flight School without coming to the most popular jump in the Cinders. It's probably one of the only ones you see trucks hitting. If you go on Instagram or YouTube or any of the social media channels, this is the jump that you're gonna see. Most of the angles are from the other side. Actually, I don't think there's any angles of this side, so that's why I'm kind of wanted to show you what the lip looks like. We're gonna sequence this whole thing so that when you come out and hit this jump, you'll know what the run-up's like, you'll know what the jump lip is like, and you'll know what the landing's like and the run out. So that's kind of why we wanted to document this, because all the videos I've seen are cell phone footage from down below, and all you see is a truck, flying through the air, but you don't get an idea of what the terrain is. So this is the run up to the OG Cinders jump. We got two lines. We got the high line over here, which has a little roller in it. You might catch some air off of it. You'd have to be going pretty fast. There's not much of a lip on it. But then we got, on the right-hand side, we've got the mellow line you could take, but that forces you to do more of an S turn into the jump. You gotta situate your truck before you hit the lip. Sometimes I'll come up to a jump and I'll just get a feeling of where I need to be, even 200-300 feet back, like where I need to have the truck to be in the best position to hit the jump. And for whatever reason, on this one in practice, the side between the two, the side hump between the two is where I feel comfortable. So I just take the truck off the side of that thing. Okay, so this burnt in line right here is the landing for the OG jump. And once you land off of this, it's pretty steep up there, and then it starts to tail off, and it's, I don't know, 5-10 degrees down here, which is nice. You can kind of air this thing out as far as you want, as long as your suspension doesn't compress too hard on the lip and it bucks you forward. Down here, you could be going 50, 60 miles an hour if you're gonna hit this thing big. And by the time you land, you're still going that speed. And you got 3 lines to pick from. There's a left line, a middle line, and a right line. So you gotta be on your game when you get to the landing, like pick a line and stick with it. The other thing about this jump is that it's very forgiving. So if you have maybe even a leaf sprung truck or mid-travel, you can still catch air off of this. You don't need to have full trophy truck suspension to hit this. So after hitting the OG jump a couple of times here, we were kind of just up here talking and talking about different lines out here, and we saw a line here right through the grass. It's a little narrow for the truck, but I think I can get the tires to sit on either side and still be able to go off this straight. It's a lot steeper than the OG lip. I don't know what it's gonna do as far as how much air I'm gonna get, but we're gonna go ahead and test this out and give it a shakedown and see how this new lip works out. I can tell that it hasn't been hit because there's grass on it. So that's what we're trying to do out here, is be creative. Okay, so this is the landing for the grassy lip jump. The OG landing is just a little bit further that way. It's not burnt in like the other one. It's gonna shoot me off at a different angle, and there's a couple massive pine trees right here that we want to make sure we don't swerve into when we're coming over this lip. So I'm just going to have to get comfortable with the best line off of the lip and see if I can come down here and swerve to the left and get back into the tree line over there.
Swing Arm City completed. Silver Lake Sand Dunes completed. Must finish 777 loop. The Cinders completed. You have unlocked level 4.